this is how I got to Master League in Pokemon TCG Live. So we only have a few days left to climb to Master League. And I'm gonna be starting with the Poke League at the beginning. So I have to choose a deck that is strong and also consistent so that we can climb the ladder. So the first deck that I piloted was the basic starter deck for Charizard, and it was a decent deck list, and I did change it up and upgrade it to be a bit more stronger. But we do get a Dusknoir now, and we have a bunch of crafting material, so we can craft a lot of cards so we can build a better Charizard deck. But I'm gonna be switching to a Dragon Ball Charizard deck from scratch. Okay, I did look it up and how a Charizard deck look like, and I did change it up a few of them and how I actually feel, and I did went to like the testing area before I actually crafted, but yeah, it was pretty okay, I'm gonna say. Okay, here's a bunch of compilation me losing a bunch of Charizard Dragon Ball deck, and yeah, some of them I win, some of them I lose, but yeah, it's kind of bit, kind of hit and miss here. But yeah, I don't know. My hand sometimes is horrible, sometimes it's bad. I don't know. And sometimes I can't really do anything like this melodic here and stuff like that. And or my opponent AFK. But yeah, climbing the ladder pretty much not fun. And yeah, I'm gonna say it's been rough here. There's so many defeats. So from that losing streak, I basically decided to actually switch from Charizard and Dragon Ball deck all together and just stick to Dragon Ball. And the reason for that is the walls. Walls are very annoying to face, and the Charizard deck that I made is pretty awful. Dusknoir is pretty okay, but if you face against wall, that's the only out that you get and nothing more. So there's many variation with Dragon Ball deck. You can add a Golden Go to it, but you're better off just using Golden Go as your main attacker and Dragon Ball as your backup. So I decided to actually switch to a Iron Thorn Dragon Ball, and yeah, it's pretty fun to actually use. So my deck list for Iron Thorn Dragon Ball is very different from other people, and yeah, I decided not gonna be showing it in this episode because it's gonna be a lot of explanation and we don't really have time for that. So let's get into gameplay. Okay, here's the easy win for us because yeah, EV decks are pretty hit and miss here. If they don't have the the basic EV here, basically they auto lose because they can evolve the EX into other EV. So we're against a Mimikyu there, and yeah, we can't really do anything. Then after that, we're against the Xerneas here, and they do have my Mimikyu, but we did put a Cornerstone Ogerpon so we can go through Mimikyu. And yeah, that was a easy stuff there. But yeah, basically that's what Cornerstone are gonna be used for. That's why we have a fighting energy in hand. So we are against a Charizard in this duel, and yeah, it's gonna be a full-on battle. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, we're going first, so we can't really use our technical evolution and do the method there, but it is what it is. But they do have a V card, and yeah, it's gonna be hard to do, but Cornerstone Ogerpon will basically stall out their team. But yeah, I use Buddy Puffin, get myself Drippy, and then switch to Cornerstone Ogerpon. So opponent just reset both of our hands, and yeah, kinda nice for them. It's our turn again, and yeah, we get ourselves a Jog from our draw. Then after that, we can evolve the Drippy so that we can use a Recon Detective from it, and we got a Nest Ball and a Technical Evolution from it. Then after that, we use a Technical Evolution, then after that, Nest Ball, so we can have 2 Drippy in our next turn, and that's 4 in total. And let's see what's my opponent's turn. Okay, so opponent's turn here, and they got ourselves the Charizard, and they got, energies in their Charmander and Charizard, and evolve them into Charmeleon, so they can have 2 Charizard in next turn. And there's a Prime Catcher, so they can kill one of my Dracloak. And yeah, that's basically a first prize card for their opponent. I mean our opponent here, and they got us a Buddy Puffin, so they can Pidgey and our Charizard next turn. Okay, time to go fast in our turn here, and yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff from Recon Directive, but we're gonna try to get ourselves a Dragon Ball just so fast so we can one-shot a bunch of Charizard here. But yeah, that's basically our turn. So we got ourselves a Buddy Puffin from the prize card. So they use Burning Darkness, and that's basically their turn. And it's our turn again. Let's see. Well, we got a rare candy, but we're gonna build a second Dragon Pult here just in case. And you know, we got a Crispin there, and we're gonna give it to a Dragon Pult. I should have Recon Directive here a lot sooner, to be honest with you. I misplayed there, but I used Fountain Dive, and I put one in Charmeleon, but he's immune. And but it's a Fire and Crispin again. Okay, my point is boss's order to get my Dracoloak in the active and basically stall out. And yeah, Buddy Puffin kinda misplayed there, to be honest, but they did get us off the PG, so okay, it's our turn again. And yeah, let's see what we could do. We could use Rescue Board to get Dracoloak out of the active into another fresh Dragon Bolt. And yeah, I should have Phantom Dive the Pidgey and kill it, but you know, I kinda misplayed there and it could have cost me the game here. Okay, this is pretty much a win here, and yeah, it almost caught me a misplay, but you know, Entei has a bunch of damage counter here. The only way to actually replenish it is basically Professor Toro, but you know, uses boss's order to my Dragon Cloak, so yeah, it's gonna win because we have Phantom Dive to snipe the bench. But yeah, it's basically a easy dub there, and yeah, they can't go through a bunch of Dragon Bolt and a Cornerstone Ogre and a Iron Torn. But yeah, it is. Win is a win, and yeah. Okay, this should be a level here, and yeah, we got ourselves to a Greninja League, and that's a greater one. Time to actually get to the Ultra one. Okay, this is gonna be a Hydreigon and Dragon Pult versus match, and yeah, I'm just gonna speed run to it. And yeah, I misplayed so hard here. I am gonna be pointing it out, and yeah, make sure you actually read your hand before you just, you know, play your hands. Basically, I misplayed it so hard. So here, I basically should not have get myself a Mimikyu here. I should have just put it down another Drippy. 2 Drippy should have been fine, and I could have just start rolling. And I also made a mistake here, retreating, because yeah, that's also a mistake. So that's a huge mistake there. And yeah, and my point basically almost have, you know, a set there, and we still don't have a thing. I use Arven instead of using Rare Candy Ultra Ball into a Dragon Pult. And then after that Crispin, you know, last turn, if I have a Drippy in play, I could have started one-shotting them, and yeah, that basically cost me the game there. So make sure you actually read your hand, because yeah, that's a huge misplay that I did. I could have won this so hard, but yeah, you know, my opponent played better basically, and yeah, so they got themselves a Pidgey already and a Hydreigon. So yeah, we basically gonna lose this game because especially Iona here, so we're screwed so hard. We had a good hand there, and yeah, and we got an awful hand here, to be honest with you. Like, it's awful. And yeah, Hydreigon's just gonna one shot and actually start, you know, rolling their thing there. Yeah, Obsidian does 130 damage, basically a Dragon Pult, but somewhat better. But at the same time, actually it is somewhat better, but at the same time, it uses actually 4 energies. That's huge. But yeah, we finally get ourselves a Dragon Pult, but we don't have a Spark Crystal or any energy at that point, so we are gonna lose this. But yeah, it is what it is. I did actually capture a Pheasant to be there just to get myself a damage counter on it, and then yeah, you know, just to stall out a bit more so that they are forced to gust it, which they did. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep stalling here with Mimikyu. Mimikyu should be fine, but yeah, our opponent just gonna deck us out if we don't, you know, do anything. Well, you know, we got our Arven finally, and yeah, we're just gonna retreat here, get myself a thing. But yeah, I did change my deck throughout the, you know, the league that I did, and yeah, I don't have Mimikyu anymore. But at the same time, it is what it is. But yeah. So Hydreigon just gonna, you know, we finally got ourselves, you know, a lot of prize card there. We are winning a prize card, but we're not gonna able to win this because Opponent has more taco damage output. They have 3 Hydreigon, and I mean 2 Hydreigon in the field, and we only have 1 Dragon Bolt. And our Iron Thorn and our Fizzantipity doesn't have any energy, and yeah, we're basically out of gas there. And yeah, when our Dragon Bolt is gone, I'm just gonna, it's better to concede here. No point of playing it out. I mean, we can just play it out, but at the same time, they're just gonna one shot it with Obsidian EOE. But yeah, we go check out draw here. Awful, no energy. So yeah, I just gonna quit here because I don't have any gas. So all my stuff is in the graveyard. So yeah. Okay, our opponent is basically using the basic deck here, and yeah, we just got a first prize card there. We got another one, and then we're just gonna keep going here. Basically, our opponent really didn't get their Charizard in play here, and yeah, either they misplayed or their hand was pretty bad. But yeah, it is what it is, and we got another Dragon Bolt here. But we can actually just take this. We just spin into thing here, bunch of energies, and yeah, we're just gonna add it to our Iron Thorn. But yeah, Iron Thorn is pretty strong against a Charizard deck because they cannot Inferno Rain. But we got Huntoom now. So this battle was pretty interesting. We're against Lugia V-Star, and yeah, they can't really use the ability because we open up Iron Thorn here. And they're gonna set up here, they're gonna think they can go over it, but they're gonna need a lot of energy just to power it up. But I did actually evolve it here. They could have actually gust up my Dracloak here, and they did it. But yeah, they did evolve Lugia V-Star, but they didn't realize Iron Thorn negated. So yeah, that's why it's pretty powerful. And yeah, so any EX and basically negated. So yeah, basic mon that doesn't have an EX or V or Megos, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know if negate Megos, but we'll see when we actually get there because, yeah, they can't really do anything. That's another knockout there, but I also have a bunch of Dragon Bolt ready to actually, get over it, just because, there's no point of me switching it out. I would rather just stay to it. But I did switch out last second there for more energy because I ran out. And yeah, that's basically it there. And we get into Alakazam League here. And yeah, so we are against a Mewtwo deck here, and it's the V version. And yeah, Sylveon is basically gonna steamroll our, deck. And I don't have Cornerstone or Groupon at all, and that's the reason why I added on later on. And yeah, so I just concede here. So we are against a Champao deck here, and yeah, they can't really do anything because of my Iron Thorn. And yeah, they did Iona us there, so I got Chrisman back, so it all good. I could have gotten worse. We could have stalled out the game as a deck out, but yeah, it is what it is. But we do have like 4 Crispin in the deck, so we can power up our turn a lot faster. So we're gonna keep power going through it. And yeah, there's no point of me switching out to Dragon Bolt. We're just gonna switch it out when they gust it out, so there's no point. And yeah, you're just gonna keep powering it up basically. And yeah, there's no point. Just use Iron Thorn. No point of switching. And yeah, they can't. I don't know why they didn't just surrender, but I guess they want us to keep fighting until actually we won. And yeah, basically we almost ran out of energy there, but we did have a Dragon Ball that's powered up already, and yeah, that's basically the win there. So that's fairly easy for us because of Iron Thorn, but we get into Umbreon League now. So we're against a Garantina deck, and it's basically called the Lost Box decks. And yeah, we basically got a bunch of Dragon Bolt and Iron Thorn, so it's a kill there. And yeah, we basically won that because my opponent didn't play it through. But we're in the Ultra League now, so hopefully we get better games. So we're against the Charizard deck here, and hopefully she knows that Charizard is immune. And yeah, basically Char's ability doesn't work, so no power up for her. And yeah, kind of sad, but it is what it is. It's easy roll clear, and we also stuff. So yeah, they just concede, and we got ourselves into the next league. Oh, not yet. So I let my opponent go first because Iron Thorn basically gave us evolution so that we can get ourselves a bunch of Dragon Cloak at the second turn. And yeah, they put Regidrago. Turn we use Arven to get a trolley in booster energy, and then get us a 3P energy. TM Evo energy into Iron Thorn, and then evolution to end the turn to a Dragon Cloak. But that one's price, so. Okay, it's our opponent turn. They get Regidrago V, and then Knock Towel to get the Juicy Cure active, and Earthen Vessel and Nest Ball there. Nest Ball into a Raging Charizard, Earthen Vessel to get the energy for their Regidrago basically, and they're just powering it up because Tail Mass is basically no have no ability. And they use research to get themselves a fresh new hand and another Regidrago and a Noctowl. So it's our turn again, and we get Boss's Order to the Dragon Cloak, and let's see what we get. Earthen Vessel and Dragon Pult from the Recon Directive, and we evolve one of our Dragon Cloak so that just in case we get Ionod, and that's our turn. So my opponent turn just equipped the energy, and that's our turn again. And then after that we got Boss's Order from the Recon Directive, and then Earthen Vessel so that we can get ourselves 2 electric energy so that we can power up Iron Thorn and we can start attacking from it. And we use Boss's Order so we can whittle down Regidrago. And yeah, that's our first attack there, and we're gonna power up our Dragon Pult. So opponent turn, they uses energy so we can wheel down our Iron Thorn there. Then after that we use Recon Directive again to get us a fire energy, and we equip electric energy to Iron Thorn, and we can power up Dragon Pult there from the energy. And their turn basically Earthen Vessel. They start attacking with Regidrago. They get their first rise. So it's our turn again, and yeah, we gonna see what we get in our first draw. Buddy and Rare Candy from Recon Directive, and Dragon Pult into energy. And then after that we gonna Boss's Order for the first Dragon Pult, and we can snipe it, which we did, and we're gonna wheel down that Noctowl. And that's our first prize card. And yeah, so they use Nest Ball there to get Pheasant Deputy so they can get more draw. And they use this Noctowl, get themselves Ultra Ball. Their hands basically getting filled up here. And yeah, so they can start getting themselves Teal Mass there. And nope, that's a lot of energy. And they're gonna switch there, and then after that they're gonna use this Boss's Order so they can stall a bit. So hopefully we get energy, which we did, and then after that we equip it, then Iona them because they have a lot of hands there, and we get Rescue Board. And then after that we're just gonna Phantom Dive, put everything to Noctowl, and that's a prize card for us. And let's see what we get. Then after that they use this Ogre It's basically a win here because the Ogre is 10 HP, and yeah, that's an easy kill for us, and that's a 3 prize card, and yeah, that's a win basically. Oh, we got Crispin there. Should have got it sooner, but yeah, we get 2 whole league. Okay, this is kind of disappointing fight here, and yeah, they're using Eevee and Charizard and Arceus V, and yeah, I don't know what their deck is, and yeah, kind of weird matchup here for us, but it's a win because my opponent did surrender here, and yeah, that's a level for us to 24. Then after that, we also get ourselves a new league here. And come on, let's see what we get. And yeah, that should be a Necrozma league now. So this matchup was weird here, and yeah, we get ourselves Drippy, and Gar against a Charizard deck. And yeah, Charizard deck's pretty popular. And they get a stuffed human evo from Arvin, Buddy Buddy Buffet. They get themselves the Skull and Charmander. And they could have evolve the Pidgeotto to Pidgeot. And yeah, they didn't really do that, but it's what it is. And they just evolved Charmeleon basically. So yeah, this matchup was really weird. My opponent really didn't do anything that much, so I'm just gonna speedrun getting myself the prize card here. And yeah, the first knockout basically. We got ourselves Iron Thorn again, and then after that, another knockout here basically, and we just get a power of Dragon Ball there, and Iron Thorn again, and one shot the Pidgeot there, and yeah, kind of sucks for him, but it is what it is. And we got Yono there. Just finish it off with a Charizard here, a Dragon Ball. Just clear the board basically. Kinda disappointed fight here, but it's a win's a win. And yeah, this should be a level up to Lugia League. One more to go. Right? But yeah, we're just gonna get ourselves a bunch of energy here. And we're gonna evolve, get myself 2 Dracloak here. Because we have energy and a bunch of TM Evo. And yeah, 2 Dragon Cloak here. And let's see what's my opponent gonna do. And they're Rare Candy, they're Charizard. And they're gonna find a way that they can, get themselves energy. And yeah, that's basically it for them. So okay, this is gonna be another interesting battle here, and yeah, I've got an Iron Turner first Mon, and yeah, you know what that means? They don't have any abilities if they're EX, so or V, since V is still available today, and by the time this video come out, it's probably gonna be gone. And we're against Charizard deck again, and yeah, hopefully they realize that Iron Thorn is negate their abilities. And yeah, it seems that they got Fruit of V. They're not gonna realize they can't activate it at all. So no draw for them. So you know what that means? We got a Crispin from the Pokegear. This is basically the final iteration about the deck here. So yeah, we just need one more turn. We can start rolling because yeah, nope. Our hand is basically gone here. And let's see what my opponent's gonna do. Let's see. They just passed their turn. They can't do anything. And yeah, we're gonna start rolling. Iron Thorn. Basically, if you have nothing in their basic and your bench, no energy swap. There you go. That's a first prize card. Okay, they switch to Charmander here. And let's see what they're gonna do again. They basically got Buddy Buddy Puffin, and they got Duskull and Charmander. They go on this, they can't draw still. But who knows? They got this of a thing there, a Great Ball. And the Force Steel Soul, they can actually get themselves a Charizard. And yeah, they're gonna realize. And yeah, I'm gonna will down a Charizard here. It's my opponent's turn now. And they use a Great Ball to get themselves a Luminion. They're gonna realize they can't activate it because Iron Thorn's still there. So yeah. So we kill a Charizard. Oh, not yet. 30 more. But yeah, they yeah, that was a interesting battle there. So that was our last battle there, and yeah, back to back, I'm gonna say. And that was an interesting win there. And Iron Thorn basically destroyed the Charizard, but yeah, time to claim the reward here. And we got ourselves we got Petron, pretty good if we have a poison deck. Bloodlune Ursaluna, Aramides, and Kermu, and that's basically it. Pretty cool artwork. Can't really go to Arceus League here, we don't have time, but yeah. So February just ended here. Let's see what reward we get. And yeah, so far we got a few of them, and most of them are pretty okay. But you know, Ogrepon, I think the best one there. But yeah, we go back to the regular lower league, but you know, we get a few reward also to start off March here, and yeah, well, most of the Iona stuff, and yeah, sadly we didn't get that Lily's Clefairy for free, but it is what it is. But yeah, no more Air Frank, so new rotation here, folks. So yeah. Well, that was all, folks, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you like and subscribe and comment and share the video, and I'll see everyone later.